Hello, 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 everyone. What's up? It's Tuesday. Y'all ain't seen that bounce in a minute. It's all in the shoulders. Okay. Hey. What's up, everybody? And welcome to the Breathe. Experience. Tis me, Miss Natalie B, with the lovely
Dion Victoria, y'all.
You got us. And as y'all can hear,
I'm a little, what is it? What is it? I don't know. Horace. There we go. I was trying to think of a different word but the word I thought of was not politically correct. So, I was trying to be correct about it.
What word you was going to say, sis?
Because people already be talking about me. I don't want to wait. I'll tell you off air. We can talk.
Okay, so you a little hoarse today. Tiana, a little hoarse. So y'all gonna have to listen closely to my sis because she's still here for y'all. She's still here for y'all because we love y'all.
I'm trying to tell y'all the story in this act. Anybody who ever watched Awkward Black Girl, y'all will appreciate me because I'm gonna do a little bit better than Darius. I'm gonna do a little better.
Okay. Come on, take it all the way back to Awkward Black Girl. Before Insecure, okay? We had Awkward Black Girl on YouTube, all right? Get on that. Get in tune.
That was one of my favorites of getting through being in Korea and being awkward AF out there, okay? Awkward.
You was probably larger than that thing in Korea, sis.
Everybody, I never, because, here you can like slip into the crowd and stuff. Ain't no slipping. They see you.
Let's talk about something. First of all, she black. Second of all, she tall. You not from here, are you?
I got locks.
Right. Did they ask to touch your hair when you was over there, sis?
No, they didn't ask. They just did it.
Oh, disrespectful.
It's a cultural thing, I guess. I don't agree.
They can touch whoever they want over there. Okay. All right. Okay. Understood. No, not to go to Korea. All right. Well, if I do have a travel companion to be like in your native language, back up off me. Okay. But welcome, y'all. Yeah. Come on. Oh, whoa. Y'all don't remember that. We just aged ourselves just a little bit. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Breathe Experience. We're so excited that you could be here with us today. Go ahead, hit share. Go ahead, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend because it's Tuesday, honey, and we're going to breathe on it. All right. So before we jump into our topic for today, y'all already know how we do it. We're going to start with our self-appointed anthem, our theme song, and our intro, the lovely, the amazing Miss India Ari with Breathe. I'm going to say this every time. Y'all share it with the girl tag. If she just happened to come across us and love us, then that'll be all right with us. Okay. Because we love you, India Ari. You are light. That's actually one of your songs. But, you are amazing. And outside of that, when we get back, who needed to breathe? So start marinating on that now so you can drop it down in the comments when we get back. Who needed to breathe this week? But until then, we have India Ari with Breathe.
Sometimes you just can't believe the things your eyes see. So much injustice in this life, and it's happening right on your TV screen. So you drop to your knees and you're praying, cause you can hear him saying he can't breathe. And it's all so overwhelming, because you know there's nothing you can do to help him. Continue to breathe, continue to breathe. In times like these, that's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe, continue to breathe. In honor of your brother, that's what your heart is for. There's always someone trying to take someone's power away. The history of the world is violent. Will it ever change? Now we're living in a time when you just can't hide. There's a camera in every hand. It's not elusive, even when they treat you like you're useless. We know what the truth is. Continue to breathe. Oh. Continue to breathe. In times like these, that's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. In honor of your brother, that's what your heart is for. Fight for your life. Fight for your life in the face of a society that doesn't value your life. For the men in your life, for the boys in your life, for your brothers, for your fathers, for the ones that came before us. For the future, for the future, for the future, for the future. Continue to breathe in times like these. That's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe in honor of your brother. That's what your heart is for. In times like these, nothing matters more. Breathe in honor of your brother. That's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Times like these, that's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. In honor of your brother. That's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. Times like these, that's what your heart is for.
And that's that piece, y'all. I hope y'all vibe with that song because we do every single time. Even when it's not Tuesday and the song come across our heart and our minds, we still vibing and feeling that song. Continue to breathe. Let that marinate with you all throughout your week, next week, all throughout your month, all through your life. Continue to breathe. And thank you again to the goddess India Ari for blessing us with that song. Absolutely. And again, welcome to the Breathe Experience, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Who needed to breathe this week? Who was it? Who? Oh, Dion. Oh.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay. All the bands out there.
Oh, bands don't make her dance. No, God. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And for those who don't know who the bands are, I'm going to give you a definition of the acronyms, but I can't say the words. So the first word starts with a B.
Come on here.
And it's a female dog.
Come on here.
The second word starts with an A. And it's another word for a donkey. The last word starts with an N. And it has been turned into a term of endearment. But some people don't use it that way.
Original definition meaning ignorant.
So y'all figure y'all intelligent. You know what the words are.
B-A-N.
Those are the bands of the world. They all need to take a breath.
Yes.
Sit with themselves. The rest of us need to put a band on the bands. I just want to put that out there.
Put the band on the bands.
Time to put we got to veto this.
X that out.
Laws need to be written.
Right. We need like political like laws in place. We need a whole agenda. We need to come together and create an agenda.
There's a tax. It should be a tax on bringing bands into the country.
You know what? Do we tax their mamas? Who we tax? We taxing them? or the people who read them? Who text
Band
them?
behavior. Condones the band behavior. Whoever.
Okay. Whomever's coming up with the band behavior to get taxed. It's a band tax.
If you're doing the band behavior, you should be taxed. If you are condoning it and allowing it, if you got a band as a friend and you not saying, hey,
And you're not checking them,
hey,
you ain't a real friend. Check them bands.
check them at the door. Don't let them come in.
No threshold. They don't even.
They're gonna think their band behavior is acceptable.
I'm gonna meet you at the curb. Excuse me. Pardon me.
I'm gonna need you to take a breath, band.
Unacceptable behavior. Go ahead, breathe on that.
Breathe.
Because it's not allowed here. We don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. No. I wholeheartedly agree. So if y'all know what that BAN is, okay, that ban, please understand that we do not accept that type of behavior. It is 2021. I need y'all to get y'all feelings, emotions, mental stability in check and figure out how to live life cohesively with other individuals. Okay? Be your best self, because that's all we really want. We want you to be your best self. And if you can't do that, then stay to yourself. How about that?
And then the rest of us must put a ban on the bans. Not just them, but this is what we accept too.
Absolutely. Because people do what you allow them to do. Absolutely, 100%. See, me and myself, my breathe moment this week is on a more uplifting note, because these bands can be a little mentally challenging, okay?
They challenge.
You say what?
I said they challenging, but that's what makes us better. So thank God for them at the same time.
Come out here. So my breathe moment. I haven't done it in a while, y'all. So I'm bringing it back around. It's Jaleel. It's my baby. It's my baby, y'all. It's been a minute, so welcome back. All right, to this breathe moment here. All right, and no, it's not. Breathe moment for the kids can be up, down, sideways. It can be a lot of breathe moment for these babies, because that's what they do to us as parents. We be everywhere with these kids. Ooh, emotions. Some emotional roller coaster. These kids don't care. They don't care. But this breathe moment in particular is a good one. It actually just happened today, y'all. We've been working on it for a while, but like the confirmation and the sink in happened today during learning time. My son is currently excelling at first grade reading comprehension. When I tell you we got a first grade reading comprehension workbook, and my man, not only did he read the title, the sight words, and the paragraph, but he also answered the questions correctly after he read the question.
That's amazing, sis.
First grade. My son is 2.
That's amazing, sis.
That's my breathe moment, y'all. I was teed. Oh, the turn up was so real. Whew. But yes, y'all. I'm gonna breathe right now because I just got turned up all over again. Hold on. I was turned just then. But yes, y'all. These babies can do it. They can do it. Give it to them. They can do it. Don't be holding these kids back. No hold bars, But I am really proud, to say the least, about my little man. He's doing his thing on the reading tip, on all of it. Honestly, he's doing his thing. I'm blessed. So yeah, that was my breathe moment this week. He just never ceased to amaze me. He keep coming with the ooh. He's amazing. But yes, and then we got some words over here from Chanel. Let me put them up on the screen. Okay. Where we at with that? Yep. We gonna talk about it here. So Chanel been having some issues with the building management at her property where she stays. Y'all, I know she had to breathe. I don't know if y'all have spoken to Chanel Lane, if y'all on her page or anything like that, but it's been mold in her apartment. First of all, a pipe bust, it was leaking, then it was black mold, then they doing construction, tearing out walls, and they expect these people to stay in their building. like in their units while all of this stuff is happening. People with ailments. Where they do that at? Then like it's mold in there, and they like, oh, we not sure it's mold. So just stay there until we get the test results back to see if it's mold. When you can look at it and see that it's mold. So you want people to stay in apartments with black mold until you get the test results back to say it's black mold. By then they already got other ailments on top of the ailments that they already had from the black mold. So can we also sue you after you get them test results back? What are we doing here, people? So yes, that was definitely a brief moment, Chanel. Thank you for sharing. I hope you will, sis. Take your breath. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them get to you. Take your breath and know that it's gonna all work out in the end, because they're gonna have to do something about that foolishness. You hear me, young? All right. But yes, those are our brief moments. Thank you for sharing your brief moment, Chanel. Thank you, Dion, for sharing yours. And if you guys come up with any more brief moments throughout the course, go ahead and drop those down. But we're about to hop into this topic today, honey. Because y'all already know it's Black History Month. My favorite is holiday next to my birthday. Okay. Yeah, so to turn up. It's Black History Month, y'all. And so we are going to talk about it. And as you already know, because we've already stated, as we've been talking on different categories of Black History Month this whole February, we celebrate Black History Month every day. And so today is our favorite show. And so we're going to talk to you guys about how we celebrate Black History Month 365 and how important that is and what we love about Black history and learning about Black history and celebrating Black history again, not only in February, but all throughout the year. So, Dion, tell me, girl, what's one of your favorite ways to honor and celebrate Black history?
So I've always been like a fan of the underdog because I've always identified with the underdog.
Same,
So that
same.
being said, I always wanted to learn and find out the little known facts about our history and the people that we don't think much about. Um, like case in point, and even like the when I say like the little tidbits that we don't think much about. For example, the Black history that we have throughout Chicago. There's so many landmarks we don't know about that we're not paying attention to. I mean, Emmett Till's house where he was living when he was murdered is in Woodline. You
Mm-hmm.
know, another house in Woodline is the house from The Raisin in the Sun that Lorraine Hansberry wrote about. The house that everything happened in that play is over there in Woodline. You know, Rainbow Push is over there in what is that, Oakland Kenwood area. You know, we don't know about our history. And so if we just take time to really learn the little facts, Maya Angelou's house is over there on she had an apartment over there on 53rd, I think, right by, or 51st, is right by the Hyde Park Arts Center.
Hmm.
These are people we adore, but we don't acknowledge the landmarks and the places they've been in our lives that we're walking through and living in to this day.
And sadly, we're letting a lot of them go to waste.
And that's the part we gotta, I enjoy learning about these things and telling our youth about it and really expressing how important these bits are to our history so that they can contextualize and make it real. You know, the stuff that happened on what's the name of the movie, Judas and the Black Messiah. The stuff that
Mm-hmm.
happened in that movie happened on the west side of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's thinking about that.
The
Like,
house is still there.
come on, let's talk about our landmarks. These are special places that have to be acknowledged and as part of our heritage
Protected.
and protected. It's like in the same way the Native Americans have their sacred lands. These are our sacred spaces that we have to take care of. And so just learning about these spaces and these places and these people who do amazing things is one of my favorite ways to celebrate Black history, in addition to being a teacher I have to pass on the knowledge. I can't keep it to myself. I'm a teacher. So I drop it here and there for my students. They love it. They eat it up. They try to start other conversations. I'm like, no, y'all, back on task.
Science.
But here's a little more information. Stick it in. Right? Solve that.
Sprinkle that on everything. Real life. I feel like that's how we have to do Black history when it comes to really teaching it to our young people, embedding it into our lives, our ecosystems, as far as our family, our friends, the places we frequent. Like, we literally have to sprinkle that on everything, because when you think about it, it's already there. It's just once you do the research to learn about it, you have to share that information and literally pass it on by letting them know all the amazing people in the different fields that have contributed that look like us. So, like, you're teaching science. How many Black scientists there that changed the game for us? You know, again, taking that thing all the way back to Africa. You want to know the first ones? Hold on, let me tell you about. And it's like really just sprinkling it on everything. Literary arts. Come on, let's sprinkle the Langston Hughes. Come on, let's sprinkle it. And not even them. Let's go before them. Let's go after them, because we are current history as well. We are, one day we're going to be the ancestors, and what we left behind is going to be our history. So we're present day history.
And that was
history makers.
I wanted to add. Honestly, that was the last thing I wanted to add. What you said right there is acknowledging that we are history. We are history makers as well. In the act of celebrating Black 365, Black History 365, we have to acknowledge our power and our greatness. Yes, part of that is the Sankofa looking back. But we also standing in our feet, and we have to recognize the power and amazingness that is what we are.
Mm-hmm.
That starts with acknowledging the self, loving the self, looking at your lifeline and what has happened to bring you here to this moment, because somehow you succeeded. You're still breathing.
You made it. You made it to today.
So celebrating that history within yourself, and then celebrating the history within your family. And then start looking outside to all these other people and how they should be celebrated. We got to start celebrating ourselves as a part of history, because no matter how small you think your story is, it plays a major role. If you were not here in this exact time, in this exact moment, exactly how you are, things would not be able to function.
My thing is, I think we have to look at the history or be embedded in that history first to really value who we are. I feel like one of the larger reasons of why we're so disconnected and disjointed as a people today is because we aren't rooted in that history. And to be truly rooted in that history, say, for instance, what we're trying to do with the Healing Academy, it's going to be much easier for the young people that come through our school that's rooted from 2-3 years old all the way to 18 and their history and their greatness and all of that, to know that, hey, I'm a history maker. What I do is important. I can literally change the world. My presence matters. Than to someone who's never learned their history, never was told they're important, never seen how they were important. I think that's the thing we have to remember. A lot of the times our history is what prepares us to be present, if that makes sense. That makes sense?
Yeah, and I think
I can elaborate, but go ahead.
I think we're kind of, I think now, from what I understand, you're saying it's important that we know our history so that we can know our personal greatness and move forward within that, right?
Basically.
I do think, while I do agree that's important, I wouldn't say it's more important, simply because it's our children. As an educator, this is something I've noticed as a common pattern. Our children don't believe in themselves.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
We can tell them all day about all the awesome people who've done all these amazing things. Because they don't believe in themselves, that doesn't appear possible to them. for themselves. That's somebody outside of them. Oh, they did that over there. I can't do that over here.
And that kind of ties into our theme for the week, which is that emotional literacy or emotional learning. I think that's a piece that has to come along with learning anything, whether it be Black History 365, whether it be math, reading, writing, science, or just walking out the door. We have to make sure, as people who are rearing these human beings, that has to go out into life and do whatever it is they were sent here to do, that we have to make sure that we encourage them, because I think that's human nature to be afraid, of course, but then to also feel like you can't. I don't know why it is, but it is. So we need to be able to encourage our kids and let them know from a very early age that they can do it. I use Jalid as an example. So I just talked about how he did the first grade reading comprehension and he was killing it, right? But he gets frustrated. And when hey Ty, he gets frustrated. So when he gets frustrated, he doesn't want to do it anymore. So we're working on writing our letters, or if he doesn't know a word right off the bat, he's like, and he doesn't want to do it. He feel like he can't. And moments like that is when you are literally setting your children up for the future. How you respond in those moments will be how they respond to themselves, right? So in that moment, I stop him. I say, take a deep breath. You can do anything you put your mind to. You just have to calm yourself, focus, and try again. You're not going to get it on the first time. You may not get it on the second time. But if you keep trying, each time you'll get better until you are able to do it. Practice makes better. I try not to say practice makes perfect, because what is that? But I always say practice makes better. And it's that encouragement. And I see the spark lights up in him. And he's like, you know what? And he goes back and he tries it again. Of course, you're going to have to keep redoing that. But the thing is like how you respond to those insecurities, because he's not taught that. I don't do that. So he didn't see that from anybody. That's just a natural reaction that he has from within himself, that if he doesn't get it right away, he gets frustrated. He doesn't want to do it. So you have to correct that behavior as parents, as teachers, as aunties, as uncles, as adults who see that in a child. We have to make sure we say, okay, it's all right. It's natural to feel frustrated, but you have to understand that you can't stop. You can't let that feeling stop you, or you can't let that emotion stop you from doing what you are meant to do, because you can do. And I think in those moments, those are the things that's going to seep in, especially when you start really, really young, that's going to carry them out through the rest of their life. So when they become adults and it's either you can or you can't, you're going to say, well, I can, sure. Yes, I can. Because my mama told me I could.
Right.
And then, proven practice make better. So who say I can't? I might fall a couple times. I tell them that too. You going to mess up. That's cool. You going to mess up. That's how we get better. If we don't mess up, we can't fix it to get it right. You're going to mess up, but you have to keep trying. Everybody makes mistakes. It's how you handle those mistakes that determines what type of person you are. And this, these are the conversations I'm having with my 2-year-old. These are the type of conversations we have to have with these teenagers as people who get them later on in life, and not the ones in the household raising them, that we have to instill in them to let them know that they can. But it's also harder the older you get, because sometimes we got to tell ourselves that. Sometimes we got to tell some adults that. Sometimes we got to tell some elders that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start embedding that into them at an early age. And that's that emotional literacy. Don't let the frustration, that emotion, take control of you. Don't let the fear take control of you and stop you from doing what you were destined to do. Because if it came across your mind and if it's in you, then you were supposed to do it. Or it wouldn't have came to you. It's yours. It's yours to do. It's yours to create. It's yours to make. And you can do it. So do it. You might fall along the way. You might get some no's. You might get some doors shut in your face. But keep trying. And if we really pay attention to all the celebrities that have truly, all the business people who we look up to that have truly made it, that's making buku cash out here, they didn't accept the no's. They got them, whole lot of them. I always go to the KFC, baby. He got so many. He was elderly by the time he got his yes, but he became millionaire. We got KFCs all over the world because he was like, okay, I hear you, but I'm gonna sell this chicken, and doggone it, he's selling that chicken. Okay, so so I think that's the thing in relation to, again, emotional learning and emotional literacy that we can implant into our beautiful brown babies as we talk about how we can celebrate Black History Month 365 and how we celebrate it and some of our favorite things to celebrate it. That's actually one of my favorite things and ways to celebrate Black History Month is instilling these young people with the concept that yes, they can. Even as a teacher, when I was teaching Teen Talk Theater and Teen Talk Radio Theater and teaching my theater program and my film program to middle schoolers, high schoolers, or middle schoolers, I treat them the same way. Can't was a curse word in my classroom. If somebody said can't, I think I said this before, the rest of the class turned around like, whoop. Like, no, we don't do that. We don't do that here. You can do anything. We can figure out ways and brainstorm on how you can do it, but you can do it. And again, the older they get, a little hard, it's a little harder to crack, but it can be done. So it has to be our mission legit to break that fear, break that mindset of lack or less of self-worth, and let these babies know that they can do anything they put their minds to.
And so that goes back to practicing. Oh yeah, see that's what Dion was saying. They have to believe in themselves before they can get the true message and meaning of history. That's basically what I was gonna say. I I think we have to start talking about and thinking about how, like you're mentioning, ways having these conversations with our children, spending time with them. But what are some like steps that people can take to get to that? Because remember, have we don't really have that communication in our culture. Like it's like be quiet, we not talking. Why y'all talking to those kids? They don't, just make them be quiet and shut up and sit down. We got to start thinking about how are we having these conversations, or what's a conversation starter. um like how can we get our kids to a place where they are figuring out their self-worth in themselves, starting it to, I know what's one thing you do is the affirmations.
Mm. Yeah.
That's definitely one way to get the kids to believe in themselves a little more, and then celebrating the failures when they do, like, no, this is an opportunity. Yay, we get to grow. We get to learn something that we don't know how to do because we failed already. Now we get to learn how to do it.
I like that. Absolutely. I think a lot of times, and we had this on the show. I think that first literacy show when we first started back, the Breathe Experience, and people were commenting on how literacy is looked at, right, and how a lot of people are afraid to say that they're illiterate in a field or in general because failure or a mistake, anything other than doggone perfection, is beaten out of people. That painting fire. She,
I was trying to play
you guys know though, Dion Victoria's over there painting. So as she has been
cool, y'all.
And thank you so much for sharing that affirmation and that chant that Baba Rook has shared with Xander. I really love that affirmation. I
That's
appreciate
beautiful, yeah.
sharing that. So, and that's important. Affirmations and chants are so important, especially when they're young, because we're literally programming them. I think we don't think about parenting in that way, but we're programming our children like they are a computer. You're downloading things that they are going to need for the rest of their life and mindsets that they will have for the rest of their life. So chants, affirmations, and then at that age, children are learning so quickly and so fast. They're downloading and programming everything anyway, sometimes the negative things. So we have to make sure that we're purposefully implanting and programming and downloading those things that are going to help them be amazing, productive, beautiful beings out here in this world, because that's our job as parents, as elders over anyone. If you're a year older than somebody, you got that same responsibility, whether it's your sibling, a friend, or whomever. You have that same responsibility. So what I do is I started just saying little chants and little affirmations and little quick things that he ended up picking up. And so then I started doing it more intentionally. So now when I say something is delicious, he goes, and nutritious. Because I just always say delicious and nutritious so much that now he knows that that's a thing. So when I say it's delicious, he go, and nutritious, right? And so like these are the things that we are programming into them. Why not make sure that they are powerful, right? Why not make sure they, again, are things that can aid them for their whole life? I am strong. Yes, I can. Right? I am amazing. I am brilliant. I am resilient. Right? All of these different things are so important to making sure that they have that confidence when they're older. And then again, celebrating those failures. Woo! You messed up that time. That's all right. Look at here. We try again.
Okay? All right. We did this. And we gotta start again. We gotta start with the self. I was thinking as you were talking, I'm like, again, how do people know how to do this? Well, if you're not doing it for yourself, you're not going to do it for your kids. You're just not. So start by writing out some affirmations for yourself.
Come on.
Okay, so what I did, here's a tactical thing you can do for yourself, is I wrote down a list of all the things I'm afraid of, all the things that make me uneasy and anxious. And then I wrote some affirmations that would help me in those moments when I was feeling that way. I think one was being afraid of being lonely. So I wrote, or being abandoned. That's what it was, being afraid of being abandoned. And so I wrote, anybody who walks away does so for the betterment of everyone. That's my translation.
Yes.
You know what? You did it for a reason. It's for you and me and for everybody else involved that you have it, and I'm grateful for it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, so make sure that's a quick little step-by-step you can do. Write down things that you're afraid of, and then make a list, make an affirmation or some type of thing, a spell even that you cast with your words to help you move through, around, or under, however you need to get through it. Cast that spell on yourself so you can. The universe don't know. I mean, we can have our thoughts, and to be honest, we do pull things towards us with our thoughts. But when we start speaking it or writing it down, the universe be like, okay, I got you. You want to feel comfort in this. Yeah, I got you. You're going to be real comfortable.
Man, I think it definitely starts with self. We can't implant something in someone else when it's not implanted into us. And sometimes while we're teaching them, we're teaching ourselves. Sometimes it's just like, I'm going to make this decision and this choice to do this. I might not have it all together right now, but as I'm teaching it, I'm going to be teaching myself. I do that a lot. As I'm teaching someone else, let me teach myself, right? But I think one major way to celebrate Black History Month, one, we talked about, if we're going to go in order of what we talked about, of how you should do it, or how we feel you should do it, is self first, right? Self-confidence, self-love, self-appreciation, knowing that you can, passing that on to the young people in your life, teaching them that they can, that they are conquerors, that they can overcome, that they can do whatever is put in their mind, heart, and spirit to do. Okay. And then learning and backing that up with the Carfaxes, I like to call them. Okay. Get that history, honey. Deanna said one of her favorite things to do is going and getting that history, and not just standing with the standard people that they tell us about during Black History Month. Go and do that research. Find the landmarks in your hometown. I know I've showed this book several times, but y'all better get y'all some. Get y'all some, okay? All around Chicago. Just I mean, South Side specifically, this one here, but I do believe there's a West Side version coming out. But in Chicago, all of this is in Chicago, South Side, landmarks and places of people who are in those history books. And if they're not, you need to get a new history book, honey. That have helped Black people. Ida B. Wells, Margaret Burroughs, just amazing people who have who this one specifically is on women, but of course, since they're talking about the women, they're going to mention some of the men that were either married to these women or like Mr. Abbott with Chicago Defender, because we have writers for the Chicago Defender, all of that in here. But there's so many books. There's so many books that dives into Black history to tell you about the people that they're not talking about on the mainstream. Or if they are talking about on the mainstream, that dives deeper into who they are and what they've accomplished more so than what they're telling us. When we look at things, and I think we dropped some of these on the last show, but even if we're looking at things that we have in our household, let's look them up. Honey, this light bulb, who they say make the light bulb be on?
Girl, don't get me
Edison. Thomas Edison.
You talking about that, yeah.
With the pieces in the light bulb was the Black man. He couldn't have made the light bulb without the pieces that go in the light bulb to make the light bulb work. Black man. Alarm, Black woman. Like, all of these different things that we have in our home, Black people created. Let's research them. Let's dive deep. Even if it's like, okay, again, starting with yourself and then going into your children. If you don't know, of course, you can't teach them. But let's say, hey, once a week, we're going to look up another Black inventor or another Black athlete or another Black scientist or another black mathematician. Every week, look up one and let that be a family assignment. That's a beautiful thing. Once a week, just find somebody new and get their bio and start looking for things in your life to say, show your children like, hey, and show yourself like, hey, this is someone who looks like me. Grab you one of these or a whole lot of other amazing books or Google search, whatever you need to do to find the landmarks in your community to walk around and say, hey. And so Dion actually brought this to my attention, and I love it, and I use it all the time. If I can touch it, it can be mine. I want to touch it.
All over somebody's something. I forgot what we was touching. What was we touching?
We were at Baba Isaac's house, touching everything. Touching everything. Look, if we can touch it, it can be ours. Right? And for me, when it comes to Black history, if I can go to a place and touch what they have touched, this is Black greatness. It's not like celebrity for me. It's these people who changed life for people. Like when I don't know if y'all are aware, if it's your first show, the Southside Community Arts Center. I work there every day. And when you're consistently somewhere, you get used to it, right? You forget the magic. Not I said the net, okay? I would walk through the building, especially on quiet days when nobody was there or after hours, and I would just touch. I would touch the walls. I would touch the rails. I would just be in the space. It's the same. It's the same walls. It's the same rails. It's the same floors. It's the same energy in this space as it has always been from when Nat King Cole and Dr. Burroughs and Charles White and Elizabeth Catlett and Langston Hughes and all of these amazing people were at Gord Parks were in this space. It's the same space. And if I can touch the walls that they touched, like some people say it about Jesus, it's in the Bible, if I can touch the hem of your garment, right? But if I can touch the spaces that my ancestors touched, I know I'm connected to them. And I think that's one thing that helps me, and one of my favorite things when it comes to celebrating Black history is to know that I am an extension of them. Mm. And we can't forget that. We can't look at Black history as this foreign thing that's disconnected from us. Those are our ancestors. We are their lineage. We are descendants of them. It's not this foreign, far away thing. That's our direct line. Whether that's your direct bloodline or not. Those are our ancestors. We are connected to them. They live through us. So if I can touch the spaces, walk past, be in front of, be in the presence of the spaces that they lived in, that they worked in, and I can know that, I can look at that, I can research that, I can find it from where I'm from. They walk the same streets that I'm walking, right? then I know that I'm connected to them. It makes it more real for me. It makes me want to research and learn more about them. It makes me want to dive into their work and make sure that I'm continuing it, because that's the thing, y'all. We can't just learn the history and be like, oh, wow, that was interesting. We have to learn it and pass it on. We have to learn it and embody it and continue the work. We have to continue the work. Girl, you got the word tonight. I say, come out here, son. But absolutely, we have to. We are the girl. I don't even see. I don't know, because Todd, you still like Dion. Y'all ain't seen Lovecraft Country. Y'all know I love my Lovecraft Country. This is what they were talking about in that show. If y'all who ever seen Lovecraft Country out here, y'all just hit I say in the comments for me. But if y'all seen Lovecraft Country, y'all will understand. Like that's what it's about. It's about that continuation. Even if it's not my direct line, you still my ancestors. Like, we're all connected. And the sooner we realize that, we talked about that on Friday with Philip Lewis, as he did our card readings. That was amazing. That reading was a word. Okay, if y'all missed that show, please go back and check it out. That he did the tarot cards for us, and our collective consciousness. We're getting further and further away from our collective consciousness. It's time to bring that thing around. Janelle Monáe put out a hot song. I just shared it the other day. The table about to flip. It's time to flip that table. It's about to reverse, baby. We got to get back to our collective consciousness. And that's how we're going to celebrate Black history. That's how we're going to really make some change out here in this world. Know that we are connected, past, present, and future. Because what we do today, because we talked about us being history makers in the present, what we do today is going to be somebody's history tomorrow.
So that's kind of, let's see where we at. Just to kind of sum up, because we said a lot, and I think it's all very valuable. We said that we celebrate in Black history by starting with ourselves and celebrating ourselves and knowing our worth and knowing
history makers,
knowing our history, that we are history makers, and knowing those ways. Go ahead, do some research into your family, find out about their history and why it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Teach that to your children. Teach the greatness of those who came before you in whatever field that you practice. Teach that to the children that you come in contact with, whether you're an educator or you do after school programs with kids or whatever you do when you interact
or
with.
You just have kids at home.
Spread the information. And then after we get there, we have to spread it to our community. And we got to have that collective knowledge and that collective consciousness. And I honestly think the shift has been happening for a while.
Oh, yes.
It's been happening for a while, and
these children are coming here in the know.
Come on, they not stupid. They come here as your grandma.
These elementary school babies, they are coming here with words, okay? With the word. You hear me talking to you? We just got to keep cultivating that. The shift is upon us. It's already begun. I definitely wholeheartedly agree with that. We just have to do our part to make sure it keeps shifting.
Yep.
And helping other people who may be lagging.
When we play our role and stay in our lane and stop being in everybody else's business, we will be able to cultivate a global energy that is stemmed not only from the earth, but from ourselves as light beings. And so we just really have to start with the self. I can't drive that home any harder, y'all. Do the work.
That was a word. I had to take that in.
Breathe.
I had to breathe through that, because imagine what that's going to be like. I'm not even gonna say if that is to happen, because it's going to happen. Imagine what that is going to be.
It's about to be.
I don't know, but I feel that in my chest, a global consciousness. When, like you said, mind your business. I put that as my status. Last week, when it's imagine what the world would look like if everybody supported the people in their life. If we mind our business and stop worrying about pop culture and start, really diving into self, and But a global consciousness where all over the world you have people on one accord putting out positive energy. I don't know if y'all really into energy and vibrations, but it's a thing. It's actually scientifically proven, right? Auras and energy and vibrations.
You don't say.
Everybody just putting out a frequency of love universally. Imagine what that would feel like. Imagine what that will feel like. Everybody has to do their part though.
Don't you have? I mean, I experience it from time to time. That universal love. That I was gonna say some other words. It feels amazing. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Like, ain't no drugs in the world that can make you feel as good as that love from the universe that you can't really put your finger in on, around, about, face, none of that. It's something about feeling that moment in the
And
birds.
when that's the norm, and when love is the norm, I say it all the time, but love is all there is. Everything else is just different misconstrued variations of it, right? Because if you ain't love somebody for real, you wouldn't be that mad at them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all different misconstrued variations of love, but love is all there is. In its purest form, it's the most beautiful thing there is, right? So just imagine when we get to a place where the world is that, where we don't have to fear the things we fear, and we don't have to hate the things we hate, when we can love ourselves and everybody else around us just because we should. Why we mad? What we mad for? Y'all, it's a beautiful thing. I feel that in my being, y'all. I'm ready for that day, and I hope y'all are as well. So, D, can you hit us with a brief moment while we're here in this space, in this place, thinking about universal love, light, and energy? Because, yes.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Hold up. I gotta really get into it. Y'all can start by get some deep breaths. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hmm. Continue breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Allow the air to be audible as it leaves your body. Take a few more deep breaths this way. If you can close your eyes, please do. I want you to imagine something. Imagine you've been somewhere soaking up some sunlight all day. If that brings you joy, that brings me so much joy to feel that light energy on my skin. Imagine feeling that light love energy on your skin. Continue breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. As you're sitting there outside or in whatever space you feel comfortable, continue soaking up that sunlight. Even though you know in a moment you're going to stand up and take a shower, continue breathing. Soak it up. One more deep breath and enjoy that sunlight. When you're ready, imagine yourself getting up from where you're sitting and you're going to one of those outdoor showers or a space that you feel comfortable in taking a shower. As you stand underneath that shower head, turn the faucet or the level or whatever the object is, turn it and allow the water to pour onto you. Allow the temperature of the water to regulate your body and bring your skin so much peace and calm and love energy. In this moment, shower yourself in the love that the earth has for you. Continue breathing. Let the love pour all over yourself. And as you feel it on your skin, bring it internal. Bring it to your heart. And from your heart, let it expand through the body. Continue breathing in any way that you feel comfortable. Expanding the love with every breath you take. Take that energy you feel and start to think about people who you really love. Just the thought of them stirs up joy, pink light, green light, bright lights, energy, love. You're looking at these people. It can be whoever you want it to be, however many people. Just imagine them and imagine all the love you got and sharing it with them. Now, I want you to think about some people that you're just indifferent about, you know? It's not like you're like, oh my God, I love them. But you're like, okay, they're cool. And pour into them. Think of them. Shower them in that love feeling that you got for yourself. Now I want you to think about the people that you're like, nah, boy, in the words of Miss Natalie B. And think about a reason for their love. Not even a reason, I'm sorry. Think about loving them, even though they're not giving you or doing for you what they should be, even though they might make you feel some kind of way. Just pour some love on them. It won't hurt. Take a deep breath in. Two more. Now I want you to go back, rewind, replay the script a little bit, and bring that love back to yourself. Give yourself a hug if you so desire, and allow yourself to love yourself so much in this moment. Nothing else matters but how good you feel about yourself. You're an amazing human being, full of light, full of love, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. In fact, you're so perfect. People can't stand you. So live in that light, live in that joy, live in all that love, and love on yourself so much that you'll never need anybody to fill that void for you again. Take a few deep breaths in and out at your own pace. When you're ready, you can start to blink your eyes open if they're closed. That was fun.
Yeah, I was looking you laughing. Every time I gotta force my eyes open after we I be looking real high. Yeah. High off the energy. Oh man. Thank you, D. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look. That was amazing. That is amazing. I hope y'all felt those vibes and those energies out there in the internet's lands, okay? Because I always do. I felt that. I felt that. I love that. I am all that I need.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. We are all that we need.
That's one of my other affirmations is that I'm always in good company with myself, my ancestors, and God. We have a good time.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's a tee up, baby. It's a tee up. Every time we link up.
Yep.
It's a turn up every time we link up, okay? And we together every day. I hope y'all feel those vibes out there, man. And we're gonna get ready to go ahead and close out. But before we do, we got some news for y'all. Oh, we about to drop some fire for the one time. Are you ready? This is a Breathe Experience exclusive. This is a wacky inflatable too, man.
That's what I was going for. That's what
I got you, son. I got you. But yes, y'all, it is about to go down for this Breathe Experience exclusive Healing Academy Melanated in America mashup. Oh, it's back, baby. The Sip Prime. What you know about that? Okay, Sip Prime. Now, for those of you who are not aware what the Sip Prime is, the Sip Prime is the Melanated in America Healing Academy mashup. It was a live event before everything went down with COVID. But it was a live Wednesday event. It was a hump day sip prov BYOB improv night. We used to host them at the Southside Community Arts Center. We then started hosting them at Dion Victoria Studios right before COVID happened. And it was always a blast. Live performances, music, DJs, and oh my word, the improv stayed hilarious. Okay, it was never not hilarious. That thing stayed live. Okay, it was an amazing event, networking event, social event. And we can't wait to get them back up and running after everything comes back to whatever the new normal is. But we're bringing it to y'all in a different way. Y'all ready for the Sip Prov challenge, y'all?
Y'all
so the Sip Prov. Premiere. World premiere. The Sip Prov challenge. So the Sip Prov challenge is going to be just this. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to share. We're going to drop the flyer today after the show. But the Sip Prov challenge is this. Make a video. Y'all already doing them for TikTok and all that anyway. We're going to take the Healing Academy pillars, okay, which is literacy, spirituality, health, emotional learning or literacy, okay? And what's that last one? But of course, art, okay? Take any of those 5 pillars, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a hilarious or real satire, however you feel like doing it. It's your ministry. Take that, make a super dope video. You're gonna post it, okay? So we're gonna post the flyer. Once we post the flyer, your mission, if you choose to accept it or not, because if you want to submit, this is what you gotta do. You're going to like that post. You're going to like and or follow the Healing Academy and Melanated in America on IG, on Facebook, and YouTube. Okay, all 3. And underneath that post, you're going to tag 3 friends that may also be interested in participating in the challenge. That's step 1. Okay, follow, like, tag. All right. After that, you're going to make your amazing video. After you make your amazing video on the pillars, again, you got 5 options. You got art, you got health, you got spirituality, you got literacy, and you got social emotional learning or literacy. Okay. Any of those 5 is cool. After you make your amazing super dope video, which you can't include friends on, it don't have to just be you. You're going to upload it. Once you upload it, you're going to tag us. You're going to tag Melanated in America. You're going to tag the Healing Academy. Once you do that, baby, you in the running. Oh, baby, you all good, man. You done did your job. You waiting on us now. And let me tell you, honey, it's going to be live. Because once you do that, we picking winners. It's a challenge for a reason. We picking winners. So once you've submitted and uploaded and liked and followed and tagged all of the amazingness, right? Then we're going to pick two winners, two winning videos. We're going to take them. We're going to post those winners everywhere on our Facebook, on our Instagram, on our social medias, right? We're going to post them everywhere. Two ways to win. We're going to pick our favorite, and then we're going to have a crowd favorite. So this is your job. Tell all your friends to go and like your video. Whomever and whichever video has the most likes win. Okay? So that is what we're doing. So those will be the two winners. One is the crowd favorite, who whichever video has the most likes, and the second one is going to be the one we choose. That's our favorites. Between me and Dion Victoria, and those will be the two winners. You do get special prizes outside of being posted and shared everywhere. You definitely will get prizes. You will win some merch. All right. You know you want to rock that Healing Academy exclusive. You wanna rock that Melanated in America exclusive. Okay. So make sure y'all participate. So again, flyer drops tonight. As soon as it drops, y'all go ahead and get to work. Like, share, follow, share, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Tag your 3 friends. Make that dope video. Drop that dope video. And then go tell everybody to like it. All right? So we will let you guys know, and it'll be included on the flyers, when voting stops, when voting starts, and when we're going to announce the winners. So that's it, y'all. That's it. You heard it here first. It's going down. It's going down. Okay? Sip Pride is back, baby.
Basement Friday the 13th. Guess who playing Jason?
Come on here. Come on hither. Okay? It's going down. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share with a friend. Because it's going down. We'll post it tonight. Y'all to see all the information. Once it's dropped, go ahead and start sharing. Go ahead and start tagging. Start tagging and get that video together. Okay? Call your friends and be like, Sip Pride back. All right? So it ain't checking your reflection and telling your best friend, like, girl, I think the Sip Pride is back. Hey! We live. We will also be posting this again here on the Breathe Experience page, on the Healing Academy page, and on the Melanated America page. Yeah, it's gonna be litty. That's all I gotta say. We right here head out, but y'all make sure y'all stay in tune with that. Okay, y'all got about a month to get it right together. All right, it's going down. Yeah, and we'll catch y'all next week, man. Stay tuned on the Healing Academy and Facebook page. On the Instagram and Facebook page for more information, not only regarding the Sip Proud Challenge, but our tidbits we share with you every single day, Monday through Friday, on the amazing topics that we have for each day and each week. And Friday is Free Your Mind Friday with the Healing Academy. So make sure you guys stay tuned on Friday for our special guest every single Friday at 6 p.m. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday.
One more. Because we be coming with it, y'all.
Go ahead, dear sir.
It's the last Thursday of the month. So meditate and create.
We going crazy, man. We going crazy on y'all.
Okay. Crazy.
We going crazy.
Holding the line.
That was Dion's loud voice.
She got the line from that's what that is from.
Come on here. So it's going down, y'all. I need y'all to make sure y'all stay in tune to all of the pages, all of the posts, all of the events. Because we don't stop. And we don't stop.
Stop.
Yeah. We don't stop. We don't stop.
Yes. All right.
Come on, Nightmare on Elm Street. Look, she talking about the song, the name of that song.
Yes. It's going down. Basement.
Whole time. But all right, y'all. We go. We love y'all. We can kick it with y'all forever. Stay tuned on all the pages and make sure y'all get live with this Sit Pride Challenge because it's always lit. We are holla.